Good evening, it's Kuro. Got game 2 in my Neustrashimy. Going over the matchmaking, have an enemy midway. Des Moines, Worcester, Stalingrad, Seattle rounding out the threats to me. Got a Z-52 Shima, Jutland, and Yagumo rounding out the destroyer threats, with Z-52 probably being the most dangerous with the Hydro. And we're gonna go on ahead and kick this thing off. The map is Mountain Range. We're South Spawn A-Cap, and gonna start just like I normally do. I'm just gonna push up towards the A-Cap. In the earlier game, or the primary game, I didn't really take too much damage. This game, you get to kind of see the the effect that the repair party has. Um, it's even a single repair party on this ship is it can influence games. So we'll talk more about that when we get up here. Right now, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. These cruisers should be pushing in towards this island, try to get AA over towards me. I'm watching the enemy CV here, see what he's doing. Looks like he's gonna try to strike at Des Moines of all things. Oh, I guess he said, oh, he's going into a Salem. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, Really, I think a better idea would be to come down here and just fly right back down this back row, and the first DD he sees, just try to drop, especially if they're overexposed. RCV did a quick scouting run here, and it's making me think that they're giving up on A-Cap. So I'm pushing aggressively in here. I'm pushing towards B-Cap. I if this is a free cap, I want to hurry up and get my butt over to B-Cap as quickly as I can. And you can see the effect of my passive cruisers here. I'm overextended with another destroyer, particularly one with weak AA. I would not be doing this. Um, I might actually give up A-Cap altogether and move over here where at least guys are seeming like they actually want to push up and support their cruisers. I pop my speed boost. I see this curve first pushing in, and this guy's making me think that I might be able to get a little something done on him. And this is confirming for me that they're giving up A-Cap free. Now the downside to that is they're going to be very concentrated here. So we've got the high risk of losing ships right in here, because we've got a lot more of our firepower in areas where, you know, they're not going to be able to influence this area of the battle. I just drop a wide set of torps on this curve first. The general intent, maybe I get a hit, but with the way that guy's pushing up, I expect he's got hydroactive, and I'm kind of hoping that I can force him to turn out for, you know, another ship to punish. And there's my Yamato. So it is going to force him to turn out. I don't think the Yamato is ready for it. Regardless, I do land a torp. I do get flooding on him. And I'm looking, I want to see what's this Stalingrad doing, what's this Kurfürst gonna do. Got torps again in 44 seconds. last thing I want to do is commit to B cap and then have, you know, ships push right into A and pretty much make life difficult on us trying to retake what we just lost. Now, a really aggressive but solid move. This Stalingrad shoving in behind this island, his radar is going to blanket the entire middle of the map. It's a really strong position for him. Nobody's really in a position really to shoot him or farm him. And right here, I'm looking to see if I can just YOLO torp the guy, because it's that strong a position. I do have repair parties where I can heal back a lot of damage that I would take. And unfortunately, I start bumping into stuff. I bump into this Z-52. He's shooting AP. I was able to angle at him. Unfortunately, there's the radar. Trying to shoot this Z-52 and end up just deciding, you know what, the hell with it. I'm just going to shoot the Shima. And I'm just going to try to reverse out of hydro range. I see torps. Just going to keep disengaging. And I mean, this damage for any other destroyer, it would really suck. I mean, I'm already down to, you know, 50% HP. And you look at the effect of that repair, it just keeps right on going. Looks like after this repair, I'll be back up to 3/4 health. And, you know, in the meantime, all of those DDs in the middle, they're eating damage. These guys don't have repairs. And so every time they get hit, you know, that's a permanent loss for them. And this is how I mean that this ship fights destroyers just as strong as black, but it's different in how it goes about it. Z-52 hydro again. Just gonna throw some torps out there in the middle of the cap. There's a lot of ships running around in B cap. Maybe I hit the curve first, maybe I hit one of the destroyers. You know, regardless, you know, the torps aren't doing much for me right now. Right now I don't have enough HP to really feel comfortable YOLOing the Stalingrad. So, just gonna play patient. And that torp was on a DD. Let's see. Wasn't Shima. I don't think it was Yagumo. Must have been the Z-52. Yeah, Z-52 is low right now. And again, it's just, you win these fights against enemy DDs with attrition warfare. You know, they really have to inflict a lot more damage on you than you have to on them in order for that trade to work out. The Z-52 gets polished off. See, the Stalingrad's low. I'm just turning, I'm using AP, and I'm using AP. It's the ammo type to use on that shot. At this point, I think the Stalin is still the bigger pain in the butt than the enemy DDs. So I'm going to push up. I'm just going to help try to destroy this guy. The sooner we get him off the board, the sooner we can the sooner we can make a move on B cap. Sorry, Dinosaur 2 stomped on the keyboard and broke everything. Now the enemy team is pretty much folding the map. It's still close enough ship-wise that I'm not going to go full YOLO mode. A lot can go wrong here at this point. You know, Shima could die. We've got a rune that's pretty exposed. You know, they do have a healthy Montana. Excuse me. You know, they still do have a couple ships that can be a real issue for us. So, I want to push up here. I want to try to drop torps on this Azuma. I'm waiting to kind of see where this guy's gonna go. I actually think this is the first time I've dropped torps on one of them, so I'm learning right now how fast this ship is gonna maneuver. Kind of stagger these torps. This ship apparently has a pretty good rudder. You're gonna see it heel over here. You saw it turn in momentarily, and it immediately just turns right back out. Only eats 2 torps on the way, and avoids the second set entirely. And that's pretty solid performance for a ship that big. That's a big girl. I really want to open up really bad on them, but I've heard that this ship has some pretty horrific HE, and just want to wait a second to see if I can get some AP into its side. And there's the shot that I'm looking for. Unfortunately, he gives broadside to everything and just melts. And I'm not able to pick up the kill, but that's one less ship that we have to worry about, and at this point, this game's firmly in our grasp. I'm going to just start pushing in. Sounds cold, but right here I'm hoping that this Montana can wipe out this Des Moines and this Haragumo. It'd be real nice to be able to prolong this game a little bit. It hasn't been that high of a damage game at this point, but it has been, you know, somewhat illuminating with how this ship performs against other destroyers. You just tank your way right through it. Montana's going down. And really thinking about it, I shouldn't have turned this way. I should have just kept going right for the cap and launched torps off this side of the ship. This is a misplay on my part. I would have already been up in here if I would have done that. And it's not like that angle would have really hurt me. Pop in speed boost. Again, use your consumables. I see a lot of destroyer games where guys are just, you know, particularly your engine boost. You never want to end a game with, you know, spare engine boosts unless the game ended quicker than you could actually get to them. You know, keep those things chugging along, and you know, help you get around the map a little quicker. particularly for a DD, that can mean a lot when it comes to improving your score. You get around a little quicker, you get a little, get more opportunities for damage, that kind of thing. I see the CV's bringing his planes in here. I'm just getting my AA set up for a starboard side engagement. I was kind of hoping that the CV would go kill the Haragumo and extend the match a little. Instead, he's gonna try to strike me, but, you know, that's whatever. I spot the CV, and just in time for the Montana to bloop. And that was a good chunk of spotting damage right there. That's a happy sight, watching those CVs blow up like that. So, damage-wise, not nearly as crazy this game. Still almost 2k base XP. Lot of capping this game, 109 points of our 120. Who says destroyers don't cap? And it was the Z52 that I did land that torp on. That's part of the reason my XP is so high. You know, chip damage on some of the destroyers, plus this, plus, you know, tier 9 cruiser. It all adds up. And that's the thing. To consistently have good scores, you want to live long, and you want to just let things stack up. You want to let your damage stack up, let your dots stack up. You know, you get multiple opportunities to cap. You know, that XP adds up, and, you know, you start turning in performances that, you know, it just, you fly through lines when you're grinding. And that's really the secret to grinding lines. It's not, you know, how many games you've gotten in. You know, with camos and flags and stuff like that these days, I've done tier 7 to tier 8 ships in, you know, 5-6 games, and just letting them stack up with all the XP multipliers, that kind of thing. It's nuts when you get down to how fast you can grind ships. If you can put in a performance that gets you, you know, decent XP, and just let all the multipliers do the work. So anyway, this was game 2 of Neustrashimy. I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and if you got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later.